Here's a great 12-bar blues. It's a minor blues progression in the key of D. Today I want to share with you how I play Black Magic Woman as recorded by Santana on guitar. Now this song follows a 1, 4, and 5 progression in the key of D minor. So we're going to be using the chords D minor, A minor, and G minor. Let's get straight into it. The first 4 bars go like this. So I'm starting out, let me show you the 3 chords we're going to use. We've got a D minor, which is played from the 5th string down, 5, 7, 7, 6, 5. Now you could play it as an open chord if you don't want a bar, but I think getting it real tight rhythmically, like when we play the pattern, it's going to be easier to do that with a bar chord than... It's just a little harder to control open strings versus fretted notes. So that's our D minor. And then we're going to go to A minor, which is all 6 strings, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. And I like to double stack my fingers there. So that's the 5th fret of the low E, then 7 with the ring finger, 7 with the pinky finger, and then barring the rest with the index there. Now the root is A there, so we've got the D root here on the D minor, the A root here on the A minor, and then the last chord we need to know is G minor. And that's the same as A minor, we're just going to shift it down 2 frets. Here we'll play 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3. So those are the 3 chords you need: D minor, A minor, and G minor. Now what I want to share with you next, if you like blues guitar, is very important. In fact, it's going to help you learn to play awesome solos over this progression and start jamming the blues anywhere on the neck. And what it is my blues scale PDF guide that I want to give to you completely for free while it's still available. Just go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales and you can download this guide. It's going to show you the patterns that I use, and it's really going to help unlock jamming for you. So just go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales or click the first link down below and grab that as my gift to you. So you've got those 3 chords, D minor, A minor, and G minor. And as I said, this is a blues in the key of D minor, so this would be the 1 chord. This would be the 4 chord, G minor, and then the A minor would be the 5 chord. Now notice that they're all minor, right? So that's one of the things you'll see often in minor blues progressions as opposed to major. You know, typical blues, you might have a D7, but here we have a minor chord. Okay, now rhythmically, we're gonna play this groove that's got a nice kind of Latin funky feel to it. We're gonna go. So what I'm doing here is I'm hitting the root note, okay? So I'm starting by hitting the 5th fret on the 5th string. And then I'm gonna play the D minor and I'm gonna drag my pick just down through the strings on beat 2. So 1 and 2, and then I'll come back up on the and a 2. 1 and 2 and then I'll immediately release the pressure with the fretting hand. And that gets a rest, so I'll also rest with my strum hand. 1 and 2 and 3. And then we'll play the and a 3 as an up, then on beat 4 we'll rest, and then the and a 4 as an up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you get that nice drag on beat 2. Bump, ba da 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 bump, da 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you hear Santana, you know, hinting at this groove like higher up the neck. You know, he plays parts like that, sort of splashing in the rhythm, but if you just want like one groove that you could play, like if you were doing your own version, your own cover, or you just wanted to play this maybe with a band or back up a singer, this is what I would do. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're gonna do 2 bars of that D minor, then we'll bring it up to A minor and do the same thing for 2 bars. here, I'm playing the root note on the 5th fret of the low E string. So as you go through the progression, you change the root note. So if it's D, if you're on the D minor, you're gonna play the note D on the 5th fret, 5th string. If it's A, you're gonna play the 5th fret, 6th string. And if it's G minor, which we'll see in a second, you're gonna play the 3rd fret of the low E string. So this sort of acts as like a bass player. And when you're playing by yourself, or just like say you and a singer, or you're accompanying yourself, you can kind of imitate the sound of as if you had a bass player playing along with you. And this is what's so great about guitar. I mean, the low E is practically a bass guitar string. So. Okay, that's the first 4 bars. Then we go back to D minor for 2 bars. Now here we bring in the 4 chord. Okay, so that's G minor. And that's the 3rd fret of the low E for our bass note. Then we'll go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and we'll go back to D minor. And then this is like our turnaround. So what happens here in the last 4 bars is the chords, the rate at which they change picks up a little bit. So far in this song, we've been playing 2 bars of D minor, 2 bars of A minor, 2 bars of D minor, 2 bars of G minor. So all those chords are 2 bars each, but now we go 1 bar of D minor, change to A minor for 1 bar, and then back to D minor. Then often in the last bar, bar 12, I'll go and just hit a break there. And the band a lot of times breaks, and then of course, you know, in the Santana version, you have that classic lick, but this is our turnaround essentially. Now, if the singer's singing then, got your spell on me, baby, then we're back to the top. Got your spell on the A minor. Back to D minor, G minor, D minor, quick A minor, break. All right, so that's the entire progression. Let's jam it one time together, and when we get to that last bar, bar 12, we'll just hit that D minor and, you know, get off, do the break there. Get set, and I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a black magic woman. Back to D minor, G minor, D minor, A minor, D minor, break. So that's the progression. Again, it is a minor blues progression in the key of D minor. Now you want to make sure that you have those rhythms down, and then what you can do is play along with the recording. And this is going to help you develop a good groove and get the feel. And as you're doing this, you want to sort of pretend like you're just blending into the rhythm section and you're joining the band basically. So be sure to practice that one step at a time, and then to help you start improvising and soloing over this progression, grab my free blues scale PDF guide. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales. You can get this completely for free while it's still available, and this is going to help you start building up the pitch material or the notes that you can use to solo over this progression. One tip though is you're going to want to start the first pattern in the blues scale PDF guide on the note D at the 10th fret. So that's going to line up with this song. And of course, you can check out my other video where I break down the solo, and that's going to show more of that in action. So head on over to that now. Here's the link for that video.